and I ended up, we had a little miscommunication, Rose and I, on the location to mail a package at a future date in Northern Oregon, and the package had been shipped to some location in the Oregon desert, like way away from the trail, and so Rose and I were trying to figure out, well, how the heck are we going to get this package to some location where I could pick it up? And then it hit me, because Gina had given me her address as I was hitching out of Bend. She was like, if you don't get a ride, give me a call and you can crash at my place tonight. And I ended up getting a ride. But I ended up having the package shipped to her and hitching into her place to pick up my package. So she was one of the post offices for me. Such a cool woman.
How deep is that lake?
It's super deep. I mean, it's like a couple thousand feet. I think it's like the third deepest lake in the world or something like that. It's thousands of feet deep. And that's looking north from the rim of Crater Lake, basically. And that's Mount Thielsen, which is one of the peaks I climbed. It's known as the lightning rod of the Cascades because of its obvious profile. And there's getting closer to Thielsen. And here I am right before I went to climb it, dropped my pack in the trees and went up. That's the summit pitch. It was pretty much vertical, and I guess the Forest Service put a rope there. But it was pretty easy climbing. You just had to pay attention. Here I am on the top, Crater Lake in the background, above my head there. There's a little zoom on Crater Lake. You can see the water in the lake. If you look close, you can see how big it is. It's a huge lake. It's like 5 miles across.
There used to be 8 mountains.
There used to be a mountain, yeah. The top of the mountain blew off.
Blew off?
Yep.
What's the story about that?
Thousands of years ago.
The name of the mountain.
Yeah, it used to be like a 12,000 foot mountain. Now it's only, the top vertical mile of the mountain just disintegrated as it exploded.
Was it a volcano?
It's a volcano, yeah. And ashes from Mount St. Helens are all over the west, or Mount Motamba, I think it was called, or something like that, are all over the west before it was Crater Lake. It was called a mountain that started with an M. The Indians called it that. But the ashes from that mountain are all over the west, and there's actually a lot of ashes through Oregon from Crater Lake, all through Oregon. You walk through sandy stuff. Looking north to the Three Sisters area, and there's not much between here and the Three Sisters, so I just pretty much skip ahead to that. A couple pictures of the backside of Thielsen as I'm walking away from it. That's Diamond View Lake, and the one picture in between there and the Sisters. And there's the South Sister. You can see a pretty cool color, purple color, and the Middle Sister, just to the left of that. I actually climbed the Middle Sister.
It's nasty volcanic stuff though.
Flowers were so pungent here, it was incredible. I mean, you'd round the bend and you'd catch a whiff of this intense flower smell, and you'd know you were near a flower field, and sure enough, 100 yards later, you'd walk right into it. It's just amazing. Here I am, contemplating climbing Middle Sister, but I had to take a shower first because I was getting pretty smelly. So I went ahead and what's the name of this? Obsidian Falls. So named because there's a lot of obsidian rock near it. And when you see the rocks kind of glistening there, that's obsidian. It's known as nature's glass. I brought some. I should have brought some, but it's really cool. It's this dark black kind of stuff. So here I am climbing Middle Sister, and if you look north, you can see Washington. There's the first one on the left, and then Three-Fingered Jack, and then Jefferson, and then Adams, and then off the shoulder of, or actually beyond Jefferson is Hood, and then beyond Hood is Adams. You can't see Adams very well, but you could. So they're all like lined up, and what's cool is each one gets a little taller than the next one. Beyond Adams is Rainier, and a little more active. The first two actually are old volcanoes, and the rock, the hardened lava at the core of the volcanoes, it's all that's left. All the rest of the volcanoes eroded away, and Jefferson's kind of in that phase of slowly eroding away, but Hood's still active. Just a snowfield I had to cross to get up.
Permanent stuff is almost glacier.
Yeah, it's actually considered a glacier, but it's not much of a glacier. There's
Yeah.
no crevasses.
It doesn't blow into
Yeah, that's looking east from the summit.
it.
That's looking north towards North Sister. That's looking south at South Sister. That was a pretty mind-blowing
That's some delicious.
situation there. It's looking east towards Bend. Some nice floaty clouds. You can see some crevasses on the glacier down there. And this is the lava fields heading off of North Sister. There's a lot of lava fields in this area. You can see they'll have a lava just flowed into the trees and pretty much decimated them. There's Belknap crater up there. That crater erupted 2,000 years ago. Kind of a cool shot. Moonscape with the moon there.
And you already got your other pairs of shoes ahead of time and had them mailed? Or did
Yeah,
you buy-
I had them mailed to my in boxes. This is an interesting little thing. This deer,
That's a deal.
I ran into him in the lava fields, and these lava fields were so rugged, like you couldn't hike through them. Luckily, there was a trail built through there. But this deer, when it saw me, I guess it was trying to cross the lava fields, and it was crossing the fields via the trail. And as soon as it saw me, it turned around and ran the other direction, but it ran on the trail. It didn't deviate from the trail. And it was like a mile through this lava field to the other side. So this poor deer, you know, it wanted to cross the lava fields for some reason, but it ran into me, so it turned around and had to go all the way back via the trail. And then, you know, I at some point, I imagine it decided to cross it or try, but there's a lava coming off of the sisters
Yeah,
there.
you can see two different lava highways.
Three-fingered jack. Getting near Jefferson here.
Are you alone right
I'm
now?
walking
Alana?
solo right now, yeah.
Yeah, because there's no pictures of you.
Yeah, yeah.
You haven't set yourself up.
Another picture of Jefferson. Yeah, Northern Oregon was a solo time as well. And I reconnected with some people in Washington. That's really, the flats there are known as Jefferson Park. That's like a prime camping area in Oregon. You can see why. This is Charlie, 69-year-old fellow. He started the trail like 2 weeks ahead of me, and I just caught him in Northern Oregon, so
Wow.
he wasn't exactly going slow. That's Mount Hood in the distance.
Nice. I can show you a close-up shot of Mount Hood.
But yeah, we'll see. You'll see a few of those. That's Jefferson from the north, looking back at it. And now I'm getting towards Mount Hood. And a bunch of pictures of Mount Hood. Mount Hood's so beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful mountains I've ever seen. It's just so diverse and alive. There's just water springs everywhere. Waterfalls. It's just amazing. Flowers.
This looks like a
Next
diversity
to-
of shot, next to the rock.
Yeah, I know. It's just like,
That's so
why?
odd. This looks like a garden, and then
Yeah. It's just amazing.
That's what's awesome is you get to follow the spring the whole way up.
Yeah.
Spring. Bloom.
Flower fields are just amazing through here. Look at that's so steep too. Ramona Falls, it's really beautiful. And this was Bernie, who walked through pretty much Washington with.
Were you keeping a journal?
Yes, I did keep a journal. More pictures of Mount Hood. That was a really cool shot of Mount Hood. Yeah, this was a really amazing evening. Sunset this night was just mind-blowing.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. Beautiful.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Are you gonna blow up any of your pictures, your slides? Or
Maybe, I don't
make
know.
some- You could definitely make some nice.
This is Eagle Creek, really amazing drainage. It drains down into the Columbia River, which is almost at sea level. And so we're losing an incredible amount of elevation here, and there's just waterfalls everywhere. Some of them were just mind-blowing.
So you were never short on water,
No, we're water. I mean,
no?
this waterfall is pretty amazing. There's Bernie on the left there, and this the